Alright guys, welcome back to House of Prep. My name is Jerry. I haven't done one of these videos in probably 2 months, and it's smart to go back and kind of remember, hey, there are newer preppers that are joining the channel, and it's good to just kind of go through some things and kind of be an encouragement, maybe give some ideas and tips. So for some of you who've been doing this for a long time, jump in the comments. There's always a lot more information that we just don't have time to go over in the video itself. So the first thing I want to talk about when you have a pantry and you kind of want to turn it into a prepper pantry or a workable pantry, something that you have backups to things, is get a list. And I do this periodically, and like I said, it's been a couple months since I've done videos, so this has prompted me to, hey, while I'm doing this, I'll go through things. Anything that's missing and maybe somebody forgot to write down, or we forgot to check, hey, do we have backups to this or that, is get a list and start you a little list. So when you're first kind of looking at building your pantry up, the first thing you want to do, like I mentioned, is get a backup to everything. I don't care if it's ketchup, mustard, whether it's canned goods, pastas, anything, get backups to it. Because once you've established a backup to every food item that you've had, you'll realize right there you just increased the amount of time that you would have to live on for food that you already have. And it's very easy to rotate at that point. And that's another key point, is rotate. Organize, keep things rotated. You buy something brand new from the store, don't just shove it right on the front of the shelves, okay? It may take you a minute, it's a little extra work, I know, but you move something out of the way, you put the new thing in the front, and then you put your old one, or I'm sorry, in the back, and you put your old one right in the front, so you keep it rotated. It's a good habit to be in. Even for something that might have a 5-year shelf life, oh, I don't need to rotate because I'll just use it up. No, just get into the habit of it, because some items won't have that same shelf life. So we've got, establish your list, work on that list. Now, these are just ideas of things. Some people are still new and they're thinking, man, well, where do I start? Like, if I wanted to build up my preps a little bit, what's good items? And some people I come across say, hey, look, we're on fixed incomes and prices are already going up across the board on everything: fuel, food, materials, clothing, everything we use in life. Prices are going up. And look, we don't make these videos to try to shame you or to discourage you or to make you feel like you can't do something. So let's start off with some stuff that are very, very easy, inexpensive, and cheap to do. In the workable pantry, it's easy to stock up on rice. Once we've opened up a bag of rice, we like to pour it into a double Ziploc bag and just seal it up, and we just work right from this. This is rice that we'll just use on our every week to week cooking. And then always get your backup bags. Now this is a backup bag for the workable pantry. I have put up some of the larger bags. Now once you get into that category, that opens up a whole different conversation on long-term storage, Mylar bags, sealing, different things like that. So we're not getting into that in this topic, but if you learn to pick up some inexpensive rice bags, look, rice goes a long way. And if you are trying to prep on a budget, being able to have rice on hand in an emergency situation to add with some of the other things like you could pick up, as well as like beans. Again, it's very inexpensive to get, you know, a couple of these bags of beans about this size. Just for example, you know, this is a 4-pound bag. This would last you quite a long time. Same with the rice. You could use that incorporating with stuff you have to stretch it farther. And it's amazing how very quickly you could come up with 2 to 3 months worth of preps with not an extensive amount of money. Check all your dollar stores, Dollar General, Dollar Trees, all those different dollar places. You could get your canned goods and everything very inexpensive. And if you just take your time and shop, a lot of people like Aldi's. Then you still have your normal Gersh, Publix, Kroger's. You got buy one get one frees. You got Walmart's and things. So just take your time, price your things out. And it's a great way to save money, because if prices continue the way that they're headed, if you're buying them now at a cheaper price, you're actually saving yourself money down the road. It's almost like a small investment. Think of it as an insurance policy. Let's say that you've been stocking your pantry and you've got backups to everything. And then God forbid there's been a change in your household income. Something happened, maybe somebody lost their job, whatever the reason, and now you have a lot of preps, food items to fall back on, that you don't have that emergency feeling like, wow, I don't have anything in my pantry. What are we going to eat this week? No, you've been prepared. So it's more than just looking at the grand catastrophic SHTF situations. A lot of times it can be real life things that really can hit us right between the eyes, and we just need a little time to kind of get back up on our feet. So we talked about the rice and beans being super inexpensive. Look, you can also go to the stores, you can get your proteins. Okay, proteins go good with rice and such. So get like tunas, chicken. You can find the very inexpensive cans of a lot of different proteins. Sometimes you might want to go to something that's maybe a little bit higher of a quality, might have a little bit longer of a shelf life onto them. Keystone's a good one for that. Again, you can get your different proteins, chickens, beefs. It's a great way to just kind of stockpile some extra things. Some of these items I keep in a different location in the home, and then you kind of make that like your little grocery store, and then as you use items here, you bring items from a different location here, because it's all about rotating. And then the brand new stuff would go to that location. So you kind of can work yourself into that, but just getting like basic starches, just having for backup. Now we also have bags of baked potato. We keep stuff on the floor down here too. So we have your baked potatoes, but having backup instant potatoes in a situation, different little quick things of pastas, just little quick grabs, macaroni and cheese, things like that. Man, look, I love these little packs of oatmeal, especially if you have kids. If you're in a grid down situation, all you have to do is put some boiling, a pot of water on your grill outside, fire it up, heat up some water, or a campfire, heat up some water, and you have instant breakfast. It's so easy, these little instant things. I know they got a little sugar in them and stuff, but hey, that's okay. That's what they're here for, a purpose, and they're here for the convenience. Sometimes you just got to do a quick grab, and it kind of eliminates some of that trying to have to think outside the box when you're already going through a stressful situation. So think of things like that. I mentioned tuna. We also buy a bunch of these tuna packs. Usually $1 is where I find them, for about $1. And they're quick, easy grabs. They got protein. Just a nice little thing to keep stocked. They don't take up a lot of room at all. Soups, meats. Sometimes the kids, my kids particularly, this is their favorite. It's the Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs, and it's, if I were to pick a favorite from this brand, from this types of cans, that's also mine as well. So that's a no-brainer item that you keep backups to those, and they stay for a long time in your pantry. So just keep them rotated. But that's a great item. That's a go-to. It's so easy to eat. If you had to eat it out of the can, you could, and it's easy. All you have to do is heat it up. So those are just little ideas and things. Look, if you're on a budget, look, these little cans of sauce, I hadn't tried the Great Value one before, so I wanted to try it. They're only like 80 cents for a jar of this. So I was like, wow, that's a great deal. I don't know if it was on a markdown or if that's their normal price. I don't know. But I was like, that's a no-brainer for me. And then you get some big packs of the spaghetti noodles for just a couple bucks. You can get like 4 pounds of spaghetti. So, for $5-6, I've got like enough food for 3 or 4 days right there, just in that, if we had to survive on something. So if you're creative and you're looking for ideas and such, just start small. You got all your different cans of soups, like I said, and your veggies, your beans. You can for quick grabs. If you don't have time to mess with the dried beans, all you want to be able to do is open up a can and you have beans. Hey, that's okay. Per ounce, it's a little bit more money, but the convenience of it, being ready to heat up and eat, you can't beat that. And you can make some rice to go with it. Super cheap, very inexpensive to do that as well. So I do keep a bunch of cases of water on the floor underneath here. Again, we rotate the water, but it's just something that you just want to have extra backups of. Just kind of getting that mindset of everything in life, just backups. And if you could get the family buy-in where everybody takes time to update your list as they use something, because you can't monitor everybody 24/7. It'll drive you nuts. So try to get the family buy-in, get everybody to kind of, maybe they're not into prepping, maybe they're just thinking that, hey, that's something you do, I don't do it, and that's okay. But if you could get them to agree that, hey, it would be helpful when I use an item, just hey, I used it, I threw it in the trash, and I want to write it on the list. So that way, whoever does the shopping knows that that item now is missing. And so most people can agree to that, especially because they enjoy getting that item. People like to be able to open the refrigerator or the cabinet and get their favorite food or their favorite item they like. So that should be pretty easy for people to buy in on that, in my opinion. So that's it, guys. So you can get ramen noodles. You can get, there's all kinds of little things that you can grab. And again, with time running out, make sure you guys jump in the comments. Throw some ideas out there. And if you're new, hey, jump out and ask some questions. We got a good group here. And this is a great opportunity when I do these type of videos. Go ahead and jump in the comments, ask some questions, and I'll do my best to catch them. And I know others will do the same thing. So I hope you guys are having a great week, that you had a good 4th of July weekend. We're starting into a brand new week. This is on a Tuesday. So if you had a day off on Monday, I did. Enjoyed my day off. And I can't wait till our big Thursday video. And we'll do some shopping updates and price updates of all of our local areas. Those are a lot of fun to watch and stuff too. So again, my name is Jerry. It's nice to meet some of you new preppers that have joined the channel. I'm glad that you're here. Make sure, if you haven't already, if you've watched this video for the first time, you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And for all of you, if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up button all the way out, okay? Y'all take care, and I'll see you guys later.